the answer to life's great mysteries. That man is Negrodamus.
You, sir.
Oh, come on down! Oh, come on down!
Welcome to the broadcast. This is a source of information on all things related to commercial appliances. Welcome all of you that are new to commercial and those of you well-versed in this industry of ours. Your host is Mike Reed, a technician who has been in the industry for 32 years, with his beginnings working in his family's appliance business based out of the western suburbs of Chicago. Get ready for a truly interactive broadcast. Have all your questions ready and prepare yourself to truly engage with Mike and discuss ideas on all things related to commercial appliances. Without further delay, here is your host.
Yo, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining me on this Thursday evening.
You want to experience true level?
I hope you know I'm proud of you for being here. Proud of you, you know that. I hope you do.
Being involved and being active on this YouTube channel. Well, welcome back.
We are going to be involved with, hold on one second. We are going to be involved with AI for the next, for at least the next year. We're going to have to figure out how to fit what they've got going on, and we have to adapt to it. This is not quite like what the young guys thought it was, like, oh, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT how to make money. It don't quite work like that. But what it can do is it can enhance what we're currently doing. How's my sound out there? Check 1 2 1 2. Matter of fact, let me add in Instagram. And like the AI lady said, my name is Mike Reed. So I don't know what you're doing with your systems that you currently got in place, but currently I am feeding AI, and not just one. Perplexity, that's what's on the screen right now. Perplexity, Grok, ChatGPT. Which one is this? Oh yeah, Gemini. Because these systems are not all the same, and there are, every day someone is showing me an additional 10 AI systems out there. I mean, currently I'm tracking about 20, and it's every time you turn around, they're coming out with more. And what they do is they specialize. So if you've got people out there, they're taking prompts and I don't know if you're familiar with it, but they are taking the instructions that you are given to the AI. You know, you save them and you could reuse them over and over again. Like I said, when I help train the AI to recognize who I am, so that the damn thing will regurgitate, it'll spit up my information when people are inquiring. Sorry about that. I'm doing a little ice. I just got home. So let me show you a little something. All right, let's not go into that. Let me go into Perplexity. Let's see here. Make sure you got this tab. All right. Can read appliance in Houston service my Jackson dishwasher. I'm gonna say commercial. It's still learning. It's still learning. So let's see what comes up. Shit, I need my glasses. I need my glasses. All right. So it is. So this is what Grok has got. I mean, damn. You're gonna have to bear with me right now. I'm going bouncing between Grok and all these other ones. So Perplexity, I watched an interview today. The guy that created Perplexity, he came from Google. He was on a part of the team that was actually responsible for AI, and they told him they weren't interested, kicked him out, you know, and then he ended up starting Perplexity, and now he's worth a ton. So after I have fed this thing all this information, constantly feeding it. So what I do is I just consistently go ahead and ask questions of these different they're not search engines, these different AIs, and try to find out what they're spitting back, so that I can make sure it gets what it needs. See, so it's still all right. So this one is still not putting me up as an authorized servicer. Oh, what I got here. All right, look at here. So what I got here is I have, make sure. All right, so I got a check from Jackson. There you go. Got a check from Jackson. So I've been taking screenshots of invoices, of checks, and of myself actually working out in the field. And in doing the research, what I found is that you have to, with all the guys that are doing this is their newest hustle, you have to upload the video of yourself. So I have actually been uploading video of myself working on particular items, me going in, you know, just a very quick 13-second, at most maybe a 20-second video, and uploading that to the AI. And that is what it does. It'll follow you. It just consumes the whole video, and it extrapolates that, okay, this company is the real deal. Like, let me see here. This damn last job I did, it was Champion Dishwasher. It wasn't Jackson. But see, so they got me, and they've got Armstrong, but they're not yet, this is Perplexity, they're not yet saying that I am an authorized service agent. So let's see if we can change that. Let's see what we can do about that. And then I'm going to show you some of the other ones. Now I have been uploading like crazy. So it is probably I'm probably going to run into some limits. Today, but we're going to bear with me. Okay, cool. So here's a check. Here's one with an invoice. Oh, let me do this one. So while I'm in the middle of my search, I just do Jackson. Boom. All right, so I do Jackson. Oh, come on, damn it. And now what I'm doing is I'm taking a label, well, model serial number tag, a data tag. I'm taking that, and I'm gonna see if I got a picture with me in a damn Jackson. So what I've started to do is, as long as I put people in the, okay, so there's a Jackson, because and the funny thing is, it knows, it will cross-reference what model, and it'll come up. So you're going to see in a second. So there I am with one. And like I said, I haven't been really doing enough of that. And so now I have to add with it, even with it having that check, I still need, and unfortunately the client called me not Jackson. So there's no communication between me and Jackson. But if you have that, that's even better. Read Appliance of Houston, Texas. Providing service and correcting an install on a Jackson commercial dishwasher north of Houston. All right, then I'm going to put a number, 888-702-0510. Local number. And now this is something that I've been screwing myself up on. And they want consistency. Local number 281-912-3691. Now, let's see what we got. And like I said, in just a matter of seconds, boom. All right, so it's still saying that Jackson does not explicitly list me among them. Read Appliance is described as being authorized with more manufacturers. Oh, they take forever. Recommendations. So Read Appliance is highly experienced and a reputable company. They're known for resolving installation issues. Yeah, I've vetted a number of those. If your dishwasher is under warranty or you require Jackson authorized service, you may also consider Armstrong. Still doing that, so I got to fix that. I got to get myself in there. Read Appliance can provide blah, 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 broad expertise, regional, for warranty specific concerns. That was still okay. So Perplexity is a tough freaking nut to crack. So does Read Appliance, make sure you guys can see this. Do they provide this kind of service? Blah, blah, blah. My Jackson washer with Read. Okay, so I have listed. So Perplexity understands that I have an 800 number and I got a local number. This just makes it easier for me later on when I want to phase out the local number, including if you are north of Houston. All right, so see, they're listing out phone number, how they should contact me. All of this is in here. People are not using the Google search bar any longer. The numbers are dropping like a stone. Google is freaking out. They are offering all kind of incentives. They are reaching out to everyone associated with Google, AdWords, Google Business, YouTube, they are reaching out like crazy, trying to get people to communicate with them and let them know what they can do better. And everybody is said it is too late. So this is Perplexity. Now I have to do the same thing. All right, let's see what we got. I'm speaking of Google. Let me go into Gemini. Let me start a new chat. And we're going to do the same thing. I did not save the damn prompt. That's a common mistake that I am making. I'm making this mistake all the time, not saving my prompts. Just a simple copy and paste. It's a lot easier to use the voice. That is far easier, especially when you're driving. I was sitting in traffic today, and using the verbal commands is a whole lot better. All right, so hold on. What are in Houston that can service a? Now this is going to go for any item, really. Jackson commercial dishwasher. All right, so I just asked it, what companies in Houston can service a Jackson commercial dishwasher? Just to see what this thing has got. It's telling me General Parts. Mr. Appliance of River Oaks does not. Commercial Repair Solution. I don't know who the hell they are. That's why they said it's worth inquiring. Protocol. Don't know who the hell they are. Hobart. They won't. Well, nah. Hobart really doesn't have time. Kimmark. They only service it if you're leasing for them. And then Armstrong. So I am not coming up on Gemini. Excuse me. So let me ask another question. Can Read Appliance of Houston service a Jackson dishwasher? So really, I can skip these steps. So right now they're saying they're authorized for most, so they really don't have it. So this is basically saying that they don't have anything linking me with Jackson. So now I'm gonna add, once again, I didn't providing service and repair to Jackson commercial dishwashers in Houston. So now that I've said Reed Appliance is providing service and repair to Jackson. Okay, because it's not. So now what I got to do is what I did before. Upload that the pictures, the videos, anything I have. So I'm going to upload the pictures of checks that say Jackson on it. Let me go here and say Jackson. Oh. All right, so let's see here. Once again, add a data tag. And then I need to add one with myself in it, or I'll just put something like that, because that's actually the same unit. Let me see if I add another one. All right, so now I'm uploading this stuff. Hopefully I'm not maxed out. Because I do, this would be a whole lot easier. A whole lot easier if I was only doing a few brands. So now, based on this information that I've given it, yes, Reed Appliance, it is strongly suggested that Reed Appliance is indeed involved with providing service and repair for Jackson commercial dishwashers in Houston. Oh, and I forgot to put my freaking numbers. This is all part of the training process. So I need to give it my name, associated my name with the city, because there are so many other Reed Appliances, and need to put the phone number too. So all those data points together help strengthen my position. And so, right, the data plate clearly shows Jackson, clearly showing a Delta HTE sear. And actually, that's the one. That's actually from the one I got the check from Jackson on. Show multiple individuals, some in work attire, like the man in the blue shirt with Reed Appliance visible, and it wasn't. It sometimes AI gets a little loopy. It just extrapolated that. It took a guess. So I appreciate that. The presence of Reed Appliance uniform is a strong indicator they are involved in the service or repair of these units. Given these visual cues, it is highly probable that Reed Appliance is providing service and repair for Jackson commercial dishwashers in Houston. So just stuff like this, So now let's see what we do have. Can Reed Appliance provide repair, sales, or install on Jackson commercial dishwashers in Houston? All right, so let's see what it says now. And it's a common thing, putting in several data points. Boom, 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 boom. All right. So then it's taking information from the Blue Book. The Blue Book is the contractor's reference guide. So I'm in the Blue Book for contractors. That's for people that are making high rises, office buildings, that type of thing. So I come up in their listings, I come up on their radar. So it still hasn't like given me that 100% approval when it comes to Jackson. So unfortunately, it's gonna take a lot more of me feeding it. I have to feed it a whole lot more. All right, let me see where you guys are at. Got about 5 people.
Being involved and being active.
Thank you all for being here, being involved and being active. I do this live. You can ask me your questions. It doesn't have to be anything related to the AI situation. It's just that, in my opinion, this is this is a pivotal point right now. And you got to wake up. So quite a few of you have been telling me, like, yeah, we use AI, we use ChatGPT, but the way you guys were using it, that ain't quite its strong suit. I was asking AI, like, what's the best times to trade Apple shares and things like that, Tesla shares, and it was just like really generic information. It was time-saving information, but it was still some just generic stuff. So let me see. All right, let me get back into this. So once again, I'm asking this thing. So this is Gemini. I've already fed it checks and everything else like that. So that check, I just got this today. This one here is Replit I'm still doing work on this. This one is good as far as getting your app made for scheduling, making your own app for just billing, scheduling, that whole thing. It'll whip up an app. So here's Grok. Let me do a new one. Come on, man. Let me do a new one. New chat. Make sure you guys. All right. So once again, let me see. Appliance and service on Jackson dishwashers in Houston. So this is like the third or fourth time I'm having to type this in because I did not save my prompts. All right, so as you can see, this one is clearly different. This is Grok. I already uploaded some things to Grok quite a few times with Jackson, different pictures, different data tags. The more you add, the better it turns out. This one is constantly adding the residential stuff. Constantly adding the residential stuff. It is accessing a lot of old Google data. Oh, let's see here. And see, this one keeps pulling up another read. So this one is confusing me with the other Reed's appliance in Waxahachie, Texas, which is about 4 hours north of me. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Yeah, this one is really off the rails. It's giving me stuff from Maryland, California, blah, blah, blah. Mobile repair stuff. It is pulling up all this weird stuff. So like I said, a lot more. At least this one was telling you to contact me directly to see if I handle Jackson. You can contact Jackson yourself. Let's see here. So then let me go ahead and upload. Let's see if it's going to take it. With some of this stuff, it might not take it. And so, yeah, I am doing this multiple times. Let's see what we got. Uploading the tags and then uploading a couple of images. Not all of these units are going to let you upload so many because I'm using the free version. And that's why I have to keep saying Reed Appliance of Houston is providing service and install on Jackson dishwashers. And then 281-912-3691 and also 888-702-0510. I could have worded that differently, but it's a little late for that. All right, so I'm maxed out. It won't even let me add on Grok. So I'm on the free plan. I can actually, if I go ahead and pay, then I can go ahead and upload more, but yeah. So it's not going to let me add anymore. But that's all right. There's like 20 other damn systems out there. Now, what it has done for me, oh yeah, these are scripted videos. This one is ChatGPT. Let me make sure you guys can see it. This is ChatGPT. And what ChatGPT is, they can take this information you're constantly feeding it, and then when you ask this thing to make you a video and that type of thing, it will just automatically come up with the prompts. So I started to feed it information, and it came up with the script and everything else for me to do a new intro for the YouTube channel. But once again, you got to take this, you got to add this to another AI, and that other AI is going to actually do the visuals. Like I said, they have everything else for the image. It tells you step by step. It tells you where to go. Uh-oh, shit, I didn't mean to do that. So yeah, they will just link you. They will link you to the other. Hold on 1 second. They will link you to the other one. So it tapped and took me to this other one. And then that's where you just add all this data right there. You just add everything, and it's already giving it to you. It's just not automatically placing it on those other locations. Like I said, once again, I asked for Home Depot deals, Ace Hardware deals, adding me to the damn system. Hoshizaki ice repair. Oh yeah, so here it is. I was just asking this thing about prices, typical prices and estimates in Houston, and this is what it came up with, which is not anywhere close. But this is what it came up with, what it thinks that people are charging to clean these machines monthly. And so it says, would you like me to help you draft a maintenance contract? Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what I got to show you. So I had to do all of these. So just 1 second. Yes, draft a contract. Boom. And just in seconds, just like that, it gives you a contract that you can actually go in here and edit it. Have this thing sent over to Word or whichever system is your choice. Then you can go ahead and edit that information, add in the data, and then forward that on to your customer. Never having to print it out, saving yourself with paper, saving yourself with ink, saving yourself with a damn printer. You can just forward this on to your customer. They can actually sign this in the PDF. You can actually have that done as well. You can actually send over, once you finish with it, you could send it over as a signable PDF. Your customer signs it. I don't know about you, but I already have my signatures, saved with PDF. And you just go in here, edit your numbers. You edit your numbers. You don't do it on the AI. You do it in Word or Pages or whatever that system that you're going to be using. And once again, you can actually, if I want to, either party may terminate the contract in 30 days. I can actually go in here and see, so right there, you can make it as a downloadable PDF or editable Word document. And I've already had it do all this stuff, but I can add or subtract things like it. I can tell it to add the term of 24 months to the service agreement. And this is a whole lot quicker and easier to do when you're doing it according to the voice prompts. And just like that, it'll add in, boom, contract runs for a continuous 24-month period. So if you want to do 60 months, if you want to do 48, you can do all of those type of things and then have them sign. Once again, I want to have it go ahead and take this out. Now, all of this can be done in Word, or even if you're using a PDF editor, you can do that too. So let me do service provider. Remove all other service company from the agreement. So I'm asking it to remove all of the service company names from the agreement, leaving just read appliance. It's less for me to do later on. And just like that, boom, it's done. This stuff is seconds, and then I can actually have it do all that. It's a whole hell of a lot quicker when you're just doing it according to voice commands. All of this boils down to prompts. All of this boils down to, yo, Michael Emmanuel, what's happening? So all of this boils down to having these repetitive things saved, because the garbage in, garbage out, the more you give it, the better the outcome is going to be. I just gave it that shitty ass one line, and so yeah, it included some other stuff, but I didn't I wasn't specific enough. I didn't have it add my address. I didn't have it do any of that. I didn't direct it with pricing that is similar to mine. I just let it run with that bullshit. What I'm doing here, the other AI bots do a very similar thing. Others will do like different graphics. This one is spitting out a legal document for Texas. You know, so whatever area you tell it, it makes sure that that document is compliant for that area, which is a very nice, it's a very nice touch. It's a very nice thing. So once again, like I said, I'm only showing you what AI chatbots, how they relate to us. The Koful, my favorite DDT brother, what's happening? So yeah. Well, while people are coming in, the other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. Hold on, let me see. How many of you are aware of all the latest and greatest that's going on with Tesla and Waymo, especially the new the Tesla trucks? The Tesla trucks have been out for a while, but they've been working on the battery range. And then, so now the latest thing is the sleeper cabs and stuff like that on the Tesla. The benefits that has for us, let me see if I can find some of that. The benefits that has for us is that the delivery is not that far away. Autonomous vehicles bringing us our packages, our parts, from the local part house is not that far away. And especially if they're doing this stuff with people for $4. Man, I wish I could get same day delivery on some parts. YouTube, let's see here. I wish I could get some same day delivery on parts. And oh, Zach Ciota is on. I wish I could get some of that stuff, man. Like WWHVAC, Manitowoc Ice Machine. Get the hell out of here. That looks like one of my customers. Boy, let's see what this is, because this looks like a customer I have in I have to see. No, that's not the same customer I got. All right, that's not the same customer. Oh, is this his house? Yeah, those machines don't do too well out in the heat. But Tesla, yeah, those machines do not. You got to put AC. You got to put AC in your garage. You got to put a split system in your garage if you're gonna have if you're gonna have an ice machine in your garage. Yeah, it's gonna high pressure is gonna get you 10 times out of 10. So let's see here. The latest and greatest is that, oh, there's Cybertruck. I don't want that. Tesla rides. So that is all that anybody's been able to talk about is the Tesla robo taxi rides. $4, or we'll just say $5 a ride. I don't know what the range is on it. Let me show it short. Oh, hell. I'm going to get freaking copyright on that. I'm going to get a damn copyright on that. Hell, this was 4 days ago. I saw this when it was they played this live on Tesla's site and a bunch of other ones. So they still have the guy that's sitting in the passenger seat. He's an actual Tesla employee. And then the other guy's taking a ride. And they're doing those rides over there in California for like $4 a ride or something like that. I forgot where the hell it is. Oh, no, this is Austin, Texas. My bad. Austin, Texas. So essentially, they are going to be taken away. Uh-oh. What the hell? Oh, my bad. Hold on 1 second. There you go. So many damn glitches, bro. So many damn glitches. Yo, Mike Adams, what's happening? All right, Decopal asks, can you give us an idea of the range of time it takes to completely clean a small ice machine to the bigger model if performed by a complete beginner? If you're doing a small cuber, let's just say it's a Hoshizaki. Yeah, if it's a Hoshizaki and you're doing it the first time and it's not that bad, I would probably say it would probably take you about a good 3 hours, maybe. If you're doing a small under counter ice machine and it's a Hoshizaki nugget, it's a Scotsman nugget, it's an isomatic nugget. If you're doing it correctly, once again, that also is going to take you about a good 3 hours. And then if you're going to be doing a bigger model, we'll go with a medium size. Say it's a Hoshizaki 600 pounder, or if it's a 901, a KM model, those are a lot easier to clean, but it's still gonna first time beginner, it's still gonna probably take you about a good 4 hours. Still gonna take. Yeah, it's still going to take about a good 4 hours. You have to document everything. You need to video every single thing that you do, and not some from a distance, really up close. Isomatic, you're playing with fire with the new Isomatics. Isomatic is what I love, but every time I take someone and try to train them on the spot and try to remove the sump and put it back in, they can never do it. So unless that customer has taken the machine apart and can show you that they can take the sump out and put it back in, I wouldn't even let you attempt to clean one of the new Isomatic Elevation series. Hoshizaki is fine. Scotsman is fine. Scotsman can be a little tricky, especially because the damn magnetic sensors are so easy to fall out of place, so easy to crack their holdings. You know, it's a lot easier with Hoshizaki and Manitowoc. Then you get up to your 2,000 pounders. Like I said, those, you know, that you're going to be there pretty much like half the day trying to figure that stuff out, because you got to remove all these hoses and everything else like that. When you really get comfortable with it, when you really get going with it, you'll be able to clean these, especially the float areas and stuff like that. You'll be able to do them in like a good 2 hours. The key to all of this stuff is there's no expediting it. There's no speed to it. because once you're done cleaning it, you need to let it make ice. When you're new and you don't know what the hell is going on, unfortunately for you, even the small ones, you have to let them make a single batch of ice. You got to let them make a batch of ice in front of you, and then you got to tell the customer, okay, I can clean it. Because if it does not make a batch of ice, what tends to happen is that you'll go ahead and clean it. You'll try to put it back into service, and if it doesn't make ice, the customer will say, oh, well, this thing was making ice just fine before you touched it. And then you're over there shitting bricks. So it's very important to let that thing run and make a batch of ice. Oftentimes you tell the customer, hey, I'm almost there, turn the machine on. Or if they don't have it on, say turn it off and then turn it back on. I'm 20 minutes away, 30 minutes away. This way, by the time you get there, you should be able to catch that unit in mid-cycle or close to the end. But you need to watch it make a batch of ice, especially if you're a beginner. Once you finish cleaning it, you also have to let it not just make one batch of ice, but you need to let it make 2 batches of ice. These units will use up the water that's in the sump, and then when it's time to make ice again, there won't be enough water, or things will be out of place, and it won't make ice a second time. Typically, the factory wants us to do 3 batches of ice. It is a really good way of doing it, but hardly anybody does it. Most of us do 2 batches of ice, but that's because we know what we're looking for. Hoshizaki, the larger ones, the one with the exterior floats, the bell housing on the outside. Most guys will put that hose in upside down, or they'll put it backwards. They'll put it in backwards. So that's why I said you got to make note of everything, how it is before you take it apart. I usually say document it with pictures or video or both, and then you got to put it back. Everything has to be taken apart. Guys think they could skip. Problem you have with ice machines, whatever you're leaving off, scale, minerals, all kind of stuff, mold, slime, all that stuff will get in there. Guys will leave the distribution tubes in, and if the distribution tubes, you'll have floating pieces in there. And what happens is when it's running, those floating pieces actually fall into the holes, and then you'll have freeze ups. And then guys be scratching their head trying to figure out why they have a freeze up, and they've never taken the damn distribution tubes off. They've never taken off the eggshells. And then when they finally do, they see, oh damn, this distribution tube is full of all these damn pieces, and they block up all the holes, and then you end up with freeze up. Or they never take off the damn eggshell, and then they find out that they got all these damn freeze ups. So let me see what you got. If the ice machine does not work before the cleaning, what do you tell the customer? Well, I swear to God, man, the Koffel boy, you something else. You tell the customer that the damn machine don't work. The fuck? What? If it doesn't work before you work on it, you got to tell them you cannot guarantee, because you don't know what the fuck you're doing. So you cannot guarantee that you're going to repair that unit. Hoshizaki, and now Hoshizaki might fucking ban me again for saying this, but Hoshizaki, and hold on, I'm supposed to have my damn, hold on one second, I'm supposed to have the, the closed caption is supposed to be on. I'm sorry, people. Closed caption is supposed to be on. Whatever. So if the machine does not work before you clean it, of course you have to tell them, all right, so you have to document it in the receipts. Have to say, hey, this machine does not make ice. First step is that you clean the machine. to see if that is some of the issue, because that is why the customer calling you, because they're expecting a Hail Mary. They're trying to do a Hail Mary, hoping and praying that just cleaning the machine is going to put it back in service. And so you still have to specify cleaning might be the issue, but there probably could be other things as well. Because these ice machines, there's a lot to it. You got your hot gas valves, you got your TXVs. What extra diagnosis? Tocofo says, but do you charge him extra for the diagnostic? Can you walk us through an example of a visit at a customer ice cleaning? Okay. I don't even understand the first part of that, but we'll get past it. Me going into a unit, me going into a spot doing ice machine cleaning is different than you going into a spot. Every ice machine functions different than the others. So when I go in on a Hoshizaki, first thing I do, because every single Hoshizaki I've seen in the last week and a half has had separating evaporator plates, which has caused the damn freeze up. So in that case, I come in there and I go in there and I start fiddling around in there and making her happy. I start, going in there and I go, oh, them curtains is moving. Oh. So if I get in there and I find them damn curtains is moving, let me see if I get a video file. If I see them damn curtains is moving, it's over with. So what I'm doing is I'm going to quote them a new machine. I'm going to quote them, I'll quote them a new evaporator chill plate. And then I'm also going to quote them a new machine. So it does you zero good to clean a machine that will never make ice. You cannot rig it. You cannot drill and rivet. You can't solder it. It will not survive. The machine has to, you have to get the plates from Hoshizaki. So don't even bother with it. Matter of fact, because I got another one. This one was from 5 years ago, or maybe later. I went to a customer, it was at Denny's. I had been there 5 years before for the Hoshizaki. Had to do some, the TXVs. I had to put on two new TXVs on this Hoshizaki ice machine. Well, I was called out the other day for the Continental chef's table. And I recognized the address. And I told the new owner, yeah, what was up? I told him I'd been there many times before and it was for the Hoshizaki. And he was shocked and amazed. And wouldn't you know it, that Hoshizaki has another problem right now. Some idiot is over there telling this fool that they just need new eggshells at the top. So it's clearly someone that doesn't know what the hell they're talking about, what the hell they're doing. And putting new eggshells, that is the little white brackets that go on the very top of the evaporator for the Hoshizaki. Damn, I'm looking for this thing and I can't find it, man. You know why I can't find it? Because it's on my damn phone. It's on my damn phone. It's on my freaking phone. So I don't know what you're talking about charging them extra. You're charging them the whole damn time. So I don't know where the extra comes from. You're charging them. My charges are different than yours. Like I said, I'm the expert. They've already got me from the Hoshizaki website, or they called Hoshizaki, or they called Isomatic, and then somebody told them to call me. So I'm coming out under a different situation than what you are. I don't have to prove shit to them. They already, I can do no wrong when I walk in the place. So that is the So that is Hoshizaki. That's the first thing I'm doing is I'm going in there checking that damn Hoshizaki for those damn separating plates. They can separate underneath the bottom. They can separate at the top. Matter of fact, while we're doing this, let's do this. Now, let's move on to isomatic. Now, I can really give a damn about what the hell isomatic feels, cares, or any of that. That one, give a damn. That one, I really don't give a damn. So, on isomatic, you got a number of things you need to look for. Once again, you need to see if that damn thing is going to make a batch of ice. If it does not make a batch of ice, you got to check the ice assist in the back, the harvest, pusher motor, any number of names the guy's going to call it. It might have scale on it. That damn thing might be broken. What you're going to do is you're going to make sure that damn thing doesn't freeze up all the way. Stop it. Try to get it to harvest, which way you're going to hold open the ice shield. Hoshizaki. Evaporator replacement. Here we go. So we'll have that play. Oh, look who it is. Ice Machine 411. Hey, every now and then he's in here. Every now and then he's in
Today
here.
I have a Hoshizaki ice machine that we're replacing the evaporator coil.
Ooh, that's nasty.
These machines are built very poorly because the evaporator plates tend to separate after just a few months of use
Now,
on some machines.
let me call bullshit.
This
Let me call bullshit. Let me call bullshit. So in looking at this evaporator plate, this thing has some nasty ass freeze ups. What tends to happen is this thing will bow. The ice build up from it not being clean. The ice will build up and it will push out the plates and it will cause them to form like a D shape. And that will cause the plates to pop. Years ago, you could have nasty freeze ups and the plates wouldn't pop. But those plates pop because of freeze ups because they didn't clean it.
Ironically, the factory sent us the incorrect model of evaporator plate.
Yeah, that'll happen.
So we're going to have to return the plate and get a new one.
Ooh, and it's outside. No, I don't work on any ice machine outside. No ice machine outside whatsoever. Not happening. Not happening. No. So yeah, when you get it, and most of you're going to see aren't going to be as dramatic as that. They're not going to be as dramatic as this either. These are extreme cases. The slightest bit of separation, if it moves at all, it's over with. It's done, son. It's doney, son. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, that's bad. So what happens is it makes ice behind the chill plates. It freezes on the water, the moisture. It freezes on the evaporator, the copper tubing running through. 411 got he got a lot of play. No, I don't want to show that. I don't mind showing these videos, but I don't want to show that. All right, so here's the eggshells. This is a very common thing you have. You're going to have a lot of buildup on the eggshells. That buildup, the water doesn't flow through that slit in the eggshells, and then you end up with slower trickling water down. You don't end up with the right flow rate, and because it's moving slower across a very cold chill plate, evaporator plate, it freezes quicker than what it should. It should be coming down. The temperature should drop. The heat should be wicking away from that water, and then it should slowly accumulate on the evaporator. But what tends to happen is you end up with ice forming before time, and it doesn't form properly on there because of the eggshells. And that's the eggshells, because the eggshells are dirty. Yeah, all this stuff is 90% of this stuff is caused because it's dirty. So that's what the eggshells look like. You do have a lot of this build up in the boot. That is actually the residue from the solder, from the friction welding that they do with the plate to the copper, and then you end up with this that greenish type stuff. These are your distribution tubes in there. The water sprays through those. If you don't clean those, water doesn't go through all of them like it should, and then you end up with freeze ups because of that. So a lot of guys will just do a half-ass job cleaning it. Not saying any of these guys did it. They just so happen to come after the customer abused the hell out of the unit. Years ago, customers could pour concrete in these damn things and they would still produce ice. Those days are no longer. Those days are not here. Those days are not here. So it is it's not as easy. Yeah, I watch them too. All right, so Brother Frank says, Mike, do the health department inspect the ice machines like other equipment? It depends on the inspector, but they do inspect them more than other pieces of equipment. It's a situation where if you give them a reason to pay attention to the ice machine, they'll never stop. They'll never stop. So if they go in that location, they take their camera, because everybody does it now. So they'll take the camera, they'll put it on selfie mode, they'll put it in there and take a look. So they don't even need a mirror now. You just take your phone in there, and I do the same thing. They look around in there and they see mold, they're gonna be on their ass. If they don't see anything, boom, everything's cool. This place takes care of their equipment. They might only look at that machine once every 4 years. And then especially guys will put up a PM sheet, like who came and cleaned it. They'll sign an initial and write down the dates, and they'll actually look at that sheet. Health department will look at that sheet and be like, okay, they cleaning it. I'll just move on to something else. Let me bust their ass on this dishwasher. So health department is on the ice machine. The health department is on the dishwasher. I love it. I got it both. I love it. But it is extremely difficult for you to get started on ice machine cleaning due to the fact that you have to be careful. You can't be desperate. You need to make sure that the damn ice machine works. Some of you guys, you just fucking can't leave it alone. You're like a goddamn dog on a fucking bone. You're fucking like addicts. You want it. It's there. It's a job. You should have it. You're not fucking qualified to have it. You don't know what you're doing. Take the jobs that you can handle. You're biting off a lot more than you can chew. Take the jobs that you can handle. If these people say, hey, we want to make sure the health department don't shut us down. We want to make sure the health department don't red tag us. We want to make sure that the health department doesn't drop our A letter rating. We've only had this ice machine for 6 months. We've only had this ice machine for a year. We want to start, a cleaning program. We want to make sure that everything stays good. We think it's about time. Those are the good ones. Those are the ones that you want. But you got to do right by the customer. You got to break that motherfucker down. You got to break it down. You got to take it all apart. The Isomatics, the Manitowocks, the Scotsmans, the Cool Airs, the cold drafts. You got to break them all down. You got to clean them. You just have to charge the customer for it. All right. In your case, yeah, you can charge them by the hour. Charge them for all the brushes, the towels, the cleaning solution. You charge for everything. Charge for the drive on over there, mileage, the whole nine. You're gonna be there for a couple hours, and you're new, so you're gonna be there for at least 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours, and that's what the average company is doing. So hold on a second. Let me go back. Oh, we got a number of people in here now for some reason. All right, so let me go back Let me see. Let me try to chat the chatter. Let me try to chat GPT. Let me ask this damn thing something. All right, so let me ask this damn thing something. All right, how long will it take a service company to clean a Hoshizaki KM 901 MA, I'd say MAJ, that is only 2 years old? And what would be the charge? So let's see what the chat GPT got to say. Oh, that's so nice of them to say, but these times is bullshit. All right, so the ice machine disassembly, 15 to 20 minutes. For someone like me, that's correct. For someone like me, that's fine. For you, it's going to be closer to 45 minutes. Internal cleaning and sanitizing, 30 to 45 minutes. Okay, well, I'll go with that. Scale, so internal cleaning and sanitizing, so you're going to put in the cleaning solution, run it through to break up whatever's in the hoses, all that other fun stuff. So then once you run that clean cycle for 30 minutes, then you stop the clean cycle, and then you remove everything. And then you start what they say the scale removal is, if needed. That's another 20 to 30 minutes. So I can agree with that. Exterior wipe down and reassembly, 15 to 20 minutes. Like I said, for you, it's going to take about an hour. And then, boom, testing cycle, performance check, 15 to 20 minutes. That is accurate for that is accurate for Isomatic. That is accurate for Manitowoc. That is, you're looking at a 45-minute runtime on a Hoshizaki to do a cycle. Sometimes, depending on what time of year it is, if it's the summertime, you could be looking at it at 50 minutes, 50, 55. Anything over 55, it does it twice, you're going to trigger an issue with the machine. So they say total time is about 2 hours. Like I said, if you're going out there cleaning this thing every quarter, yes, I can see that. If you're doing it every single quarter, they're changing the filters, 2 hours, I'm with that. If you're doing this every 6 months or once a year, this is your first time cleaning the machine, nah, no, you dreaming, you smoking something. You smoking on that peace pipe. Provider, blah, 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 flat rate or hourly plus cleaning chemicals. Oh, so they're saying that's what I charge. That's if I'm doing a quarterly on a customer I got a several year contract on, and I come out every 2, 3, every 3 months, I'm going out there and boom, I bust that sucker down. I'm cleaning it. That's for a smaller machine. I'm cleaning that sucker, putting it back together, and I'm out the door. Commercial refrigeration firms, they're charging $275. And there's no such thing as an EPA approved cleaner. Whatever, that's weird. You can have a manufacturer approved cleaner, because a cleaner that you could use on a Hoshizaki, you can't use that on a Manitowoc. Cleaner you can use on a Hoshizaki, you cannot use that on an Isomatic. And then the cleaner you use on Isomatic, you can't use that on Hoshizaki. So it'll take the coating right off the sucker, and it'll never make ice. Factory authorized service, let's see how it goes up. They're talking about $350, includes documentation and full PM protocol. Right, yes, like you said, it takes, like Frank said, it takes them 4 hours to clean, and there's no rushing this. You have to charge the people for the time. So you're going to charge them the service call, right? What does the service call cover? The service call covers your insurance. The service call is going to cover Yeah, I'll give you an example. I have a high rise, an office building. They want me to have. I changed my insurance company. I used to have a $9 million umbrella. I currently just have a $2 million coverage. And so they want me to have a 2 million umbrella on top of the 2 million that I already got. So I started calling around to see what they would do, and they would go up on my numbers. But all of your insurance, your health insurance, life insurance, auto insurance, all that stuff, the training classes, just the money you guys donate to me for me to educate you on this kind of stuff, that goes into the service call fee. All that stuff goes into the service call fee, because remember, your hourly labor is just for your hour. That isn't for tires. That isn't for brake change, oil change, all that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff you need to start packing into your service call. That's what that's all about. So those are things you have to remember. You had to get your ass over there. There was a phone that those people had to call you on. You have to pay for that. You have to pay for that. That goes into the service call. The computer. I mean, your phones are $1,000 phones now. This isn't back in the day when I was selling PrimeCo. Even though back then they were pretty expensive. Now that I think about it, but this isn't like the days where you used to be able to get away with a damn $200-300 cell phone. We all got $1,000 cell phones. That goes into the service call fee. You have a tablet, that goes into the service call fee. And like I said, you have insurance on those things. Service call fee. All of that, you chop those numbers up, put that shit into your service call fee. So do not ever let these people talk shit about you having a service call fee and what it is, because they can kiss your ass. Let them go ahead with somebody else and let them order eggshells for their Hoshizaki when they got separated plates. You get what you pay for. You get what you pay for. And that's part of the business. That's why you have your own company. You need to explain to these people why they are paying. Yeah, why you are paying the money. They need to know why they're paying the money. Shit, you can live in a $50,000 house, or you can live in a $500,000 house. Why are you paying the money? This is why you're paying the money. Well, why am I paying the service call fee? This is why you're paying the service call fee. If they want to bark at you about your service call fee, fuck them. Hey, look, pay me this damn money. I'll bring the fee down. I'll tell you what the hell's wrong with it, and we'll go our separate ways. You have a nice life. Good day. And I don't block them. I wait, because they always call. The longer you stay in business, they will call you back. They'll act like they never called you before. They'll act like it's somebody else that called you, or somebody else told me not to go forward with it because it was too expensive. But no, I told them that we got to do it. You'll hear all these kind of stories. Yep, let them close the door. Another one will open. That's right. So you got that. So ChatGPT is saying, look, so here's the labor, $85 to $125 an hour. That's the breakdown per hour. So if you're there for 4 hours, 4 times 125, chemicals, adding another $35 for the cleaner and the sanitizer. You can actually go up, $35 for each one. And then you could charge for the brushes. You could charge for any type of sponges that you're using, any of that type of thing. Then, like I said, the travel dispatch fee, $25 to $75. Yeah, because I charge $1.50 a mile. And see, some people bundle that as a flat cleaning fee, but the customer really doesn't get it. They really don't get it. That's only if you have, this is something that you can do. Let's just say it was a $750 standard cleaning fee up to 90 minutes. That's something if you already have a service agreement already set up with the people. But if you're just going to do like, oh yes, this is the standard rate up to 90 minutes, they still give you pushback about that. Let the provider know that the unit is 2 years old and not heavily scaled. Bullshit, it's going to be heavily scaled if it's 2 years old. That doesn't even matter about lowering time and cost. Those times that it gave you, that was the minimum. Damn, that the discounted rate on that. That's the minimum. Important for health inspections. All right, so it's not EPA certified cleaner. There are health. You have the sanitizer that is medical rated, but they don't even care about that because legally you can use bleach as a sanitizer. And that's where some people get into trouble, running bleach through the system. Running too much bleach, you will actually cause plates to separate. Running too much bleach, you'll actually wash off the nickel electroplated coating off of the evaporator plates. So it gets a little dicey when you're using bleach as sanitizer. But what you can do is you can use the bleach, clean the components outside of the machine. Everything you take off, you can clean those items with bleach. You rinse them off, and then you put them back on. You can also wipe the whole interior with bleach on a towel or a pad or a sponge, and then hose all that back off. That will inhibit the growth of mold, especially if it's a pizzeria, donut shop, cake maker, anybody dealing with flour, beer gardens, that kind of stuff. You're going to wipe everything down with bleach. Just not the chill plate and the evaporator plate. So, would you like a sample quote template for reapplying this into a? Yeah. Let's see that. Yes. Provide a service quote template. Let's see what that looks like. Damn, that's fast. I didn't even hit enter good. I didn't even hit enter. So you see how quick this is? You see how quick that is? That is so quick. Garbage in, garbage out. The more information you want to give it, for those of you that are just now watching, I'll do it right now. So you can easily edit this. So let me see here. Add business address for read. Oh, damn. Sorry about that. Add business address for read appliance. And 77006 zip code, and include the 888 number. And just like that, it changes it. Garbage in, garbage out. God damn it. All right, so I'm going to tell it to change that. Remove Richmond address and use the 2450. Damn, I did address again. Louisiana Street, Unit 400, Box 720, Houston, Texas 77006. All right, but you can, once you save this as a template, you could just go ahead and change this. You can add the client's information in here, so it's not it's not something that you have to fill out. Remember, like I said, garbage in, garbage out. You give it all this information beforehand, and it will populate all of this. I could change that labor rate. See, look at that. It comes up with a total and all that other stuff. I could change that labor rate, the whole nine. So like I said, this is nice. It's not my numbers, but that's nice. What we got here? Remove the space. Best viewers on StreamYard. Streamboo? Remove the space. I have no idea what he's. Oh, okay. Oh, so this, wow, that's nice that he's able to chat to us from where am I broadcasting this? Twitch, Twitter, Twitch. So I'm broadcasting live from Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram. So thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Because I got like one viewer on Twitch. I think that might be him. Thanks for speaking up, man. All right, Mike, if the unit isn't running and you are there checking it out and see what it really needs, see that it really needs a PM, how do you handle it? So, all right, Brother Frank, that's not a PM. If the unit isn't running and you're there checking it out, that's not a preventative maintenance if it isn't running. That's a service call. That's a repair if it isn't running. So that's different than a preventative maintenance. So then you got to kick it on over into service mode and say, hey, I got to charge you for a service call and it needs the PM. So you have to charge them in addition to that. Because they're going to need some kind of parts, whatever the case may be. So like I said, it's you just charge them for regular repair, but they're going to need the cleaning. So the repair trumps everything. Repair comes first, because without the repair, you don't have no damn ice machine. You can clean it all you want to. Just like if you got separated plates. If you got separated plates, you're never gonna have ice. So you can forget that one. You can hang that one up. Damn, we already been over here an hour and 25 minutes. Brother Frank. But all right, let me try to sum this up, man. Let me try to sum this up. Oh, it's always good to add in the water filters to replace the water filters, whether you charge them for the water filters or whether they supply the water filters and you change them. If they supply them, you're going to charge them for that to change them. My best advice to you is to put in a universal 2-bowl filter system. I call it bowl. It's not really called a bowl, but it's going to be 2 canisters. Now, so you're going to have a pre-filter and a regular 5 micron stage filter. And I usually suggest drop-ins. That way, no matter what location you're at, no matter what system, you don't have to worry about running out of or having to go get the Manitowoc filter, running out or having to go get the Hoshizaki filter, running out or having to go get the Isomatic filter. And then the fluctuations with the prices on those damn things. No, just give them some drop-ins, give them some high-quality drop-ins and call it a day. That way you're able to control your costs. Oh, yeah, those are weird numbers starting at 175. So all this stuff needs changing. Client must ensure unit is accessible and turned on 1 hour before service. See, I was just saying the same thing. Make sure the unit is accessible and make sure they turn the damn thing on. That way, when you get there, you see if the damn thing is running or not. You'll see if there's ice in it, because if there's ice in it, you want to look at the ice. My eyes automatically go towards shards of ice. If I see smaller than normal ice, I'm going to grab it. I'm going to look at it. I'm going to examine it, see if it's cloudy, see the formation of the ice. Did it naturally get down to this chip by dripping, or did it form this way? I'm going to look at the other ones, see if they got the proper ridges and all that other good stuff. See if the bridge is there and all that other bullshit. Payment due. Yes, I'm a big one on this one. Payment is due upon completion. Otherwise agreed. An additional labor beyond 2 hours may be billed at a standard hourly rate. Yeah, so it did all this kind of stuff, and you can edit this. Like I said, it can turn it into a branded PDF. So I'll do it. I'll ask it, make this into a branded PDF. And these things will not this one, but others will give you a logo. It'll be a little chintzy ass logo. You could take a picture and provide the picture and say, make a logo for, you know, my company using this picture, and it'll do a much better job than just it coming up with a little bullshit logo. So you got that option. And the Koful. All right. What does the Koful say here? I think they call it filter, sump, or housing. No, brother. No, they do not. They do not call it a filter, sump, or housing. Well, yeah, you can have a filter housing, but not a filter sump. Some people call it like a bowl or something. All right, so here, click here to download the PDF. Let me put it on. Yeah, it's on the desktop. Well, let's see here. Test 1. I'll call it test 1 so I can easily pull this damn thing up. And where are you? Oh, you know what? Let me do this. There it is. Let me do this. Let me go back to all right, let me upload this thing. So it made it for me. It's on my screen. Yeah, they got a bunch of, so like the Koful said, one of them is a filter housing, but they don't call it a sump. The sump is actually in the ice machine. They don't call it a sump. Hold on, 1 second. Let me show you what it did for me. Let me present a PDF from my computer. Let me go to desktop, and it's under test 1, so you can see what that is. And I'll show you what the filter housing thing looks like. So there it is. So it generated this form. It wasn't the usual 3 seconds. It took it a little longer. It does depend on what time of day. I'm not advising that you do this for each and every customer. You can have this done as a, you know, a general one where then you just plug in the customer's name because it'll already have your numbers, or then you can augment your numbers depending on if it's going to be a 2,000 pounder, or if it's a 2,000 pound nugget, 2,000 pound flaker, or if it's just going to be a KLM 250, something like that. Differences. There's a lot of different machines out there, but it just came up with the form. Didn't have to do much. I was just explaining that to Brother Charles. I said, man, you're the one that's going to have to do this and nobody else, because no one else is going to understand what needs to be expressed to the computer, what needs to be said to ChatGPT. Let me go back to the screens. So I could just do from here. Let's see here. Yeah. All right. Find a drop in 2-stage filter system for a Hoshizaki ice machine, and one that can be used for a Scotsman. Oh shoot. Damn, I can't. I'm gonna say isomatic because I can't spell Scotsman right now. I can't say. I can't. It won't. It won't work. I can't do it. I can't do it right now. It won't work. So here it is. Remove sediment and chlorine down to a 1 micron. Blah blah blah. OEM branded dual water. No, I don't want that. I said a drop in. You back. Well, let's see what it shows us. No, we don't want none of that. None of that. Oh, we don't want none of these. Are all OEM bullshit. We don't want none of these. These are extremely difficult to come by. Very, very hard to come by. Actually, they from time to time, Hoshizaki runs out. All right, and then you got to order the damn things. I'm going to show you another one. Right. Okay. So Dakota said you just made a Google search using the term, and it's not Google. We're using ChatGPT or what the hell? Any one of these, Gemini, Perplexity. You know, water filter sump and shows the housing. All right. So we'll go. Let me go do the Dakota thing. All right. Water filter sump. Water filter sump. Cartridge style. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Sump, lower body, cap is the head. Okay, polypropylene. Yes, this is actually what I'm talking about. So yeah, the Kofel, this is what I'm talking about. Let me say, show the show images of these filters. So what I like to do is, it's easier to get the blue ones. Yeah, the Kofel. Yeah, you're vindicated. The Kofel is vindicated. So I like to use the clear ones. The clear ones cost money, but I use the clear ones on the pre-filter. Right, that's the one that catches all the sand and gravel and dirt and all that kind of stuff. And then the other one, the fine mesh filter, is the one that filters out lead, rust, calcium, magnesium, that kind of stuff. That's the one that filters out that one. And this bastard don't want to show me any pictures. So I'm gonna have to, let me see here. Show images of clear sump ice machine 2-stage filter system. Come on, man, show me them damn pictures. And once again, this damn thing don't want to act right. I do not recommend any of these. It is extremely expensive to change these. It's extremely expensive to do the upkeep. You're going to end up fighting with the customer. Like they said here, the damn thing costs about $749. That's probably including the heads. It's very expensive to change these, as they say, $750, $700, $400, $300. Oh, when doing the damn filters, this thing is killing me. Let me try Perplexity. Let's see what Perplexity got going on. All right, so we're gonna cancel that. In fact, let me just pull up a new one. Come on, Perplexity. Let me pull up a new one. All right. Clear sump pre-filter for ice machine. So let's see what it shows us. All right, so Perplexity is going to show me pictures. How about that one? Boom, finally. So there we go. There's perplexity came through when the other ones would not. So there's the damn bowl, sump. I never knew it was called the damn sump. Never heard that term used outside of the damn ice machine. We call the sump the damn bin in the ice machine. Pentec, which is the largest supplier for filtration, they actually own Manitowoc now. So this is this is the brand I recommend. And then you have the head that goes on there with the pressure gauge, and it shows you when the static water pressure and dynamic water pressure. But I wanted to show the damn filter. Show filter drop in for machine clear sump. Ah, shit. Not sumo, but sump. Once again, it's not doing it. So this thing clearly, all right, Google beats out these AI chats when it comes to this, because these are not doing us justice. I want to look at it's called a paper filter drop in for ice machine. Let's see here. Let's see if one of these is going to show us one, and it still didn't do it. It still didn't do it. It still didn't do it. So all right, the pre-filter looks like a roll. It looks like a paper towel. It looks like a paper towel. You drop that in the damn bowl, sump. Drop that in there. Then the other one is mesh. So a mesh wire around another paper towel looking device. You drop those two in there, screw them on, fill them with water, and away you go. It is a much better deal than to have to go with those proprietary filters. And that's all I got to say about that. Anything else you guys want to talk about before I wrap this thing up? Anything else you guys want to talk about? So let me see here. What do we talk about here? All right, so I showed you Chat GPT. You were just watching me on Perplexity. So this is Perplexity. So it's very easy to put this stuff up. All right, let me clear this. And let me ask Perplexity, Perplexity is not very good with this, but when will the Tesla taxi be able to deliver parts to my work site from the local parts supplier? Let's see what it has to say about that, because that is one thing I am really, really waiting on. Okay, so there it is. Current status of Tesla robo-taxi deliveries. What the hell? All right, cool. Tesla robo-taxi officially launched June 22nd in Austin. So see, I couldn't include it for Monday, but I got it for Thursday. But with significant limitations. And this thing could actually speak this. I don't have to read this to y'all in my horrible ass voice, but you know, I'm doing what I gotta do. It's only available in small areas, blah, blah, blah. So this is what I wanted. Delivery of parts to work sites. So as of late June 2025, they are not yet able for general commercial use, such as delivering parts from local suppliers to work sites. Because that's what's up. That's what I need. The current rollout is focused on passenger rides within a limited area, not on packages or parts delivery, but that's coming. The first fully driverless delivery where a Tesla drives itself from the factory to a customer's home without any human in the car is scheduled for June 28th, 2025. But this is a demonstration of vehicle delivery, not commercial goods or parts delivery. But that's coming. That's coming. So unfortunately, so a lot of people that are, doing food delivery and you can actually have the small packages delivered by Tesla, not Tesla, but you can actually have that done now where they have the parts delivery. But I kind of want to, I would rather it being done by these damn, I think Uber does it. So let me see here. Uber. All right. How much will Uber charge me to have a service part picked up from all points in Houston, Texas, to my work site at Rice University. Let's see what it's got to say. Uber offers same-day courier services in Houston that can be picked up, that can be used to pick up a service part from all points and delivered to your work site. Pricing for this type of delivery is dynamic and depends on factors such as distance, time of day, and demand. Open up the Uber app or go to the Uber website. Select courier or package. Blah, blah, blah. Rice University. The app will display a price estimate for the delivery before you confirm. For most standard courier deliveries within Houston, you could generally expect pricing to range from 15 to 40. Now, what my competitors do is they ask for next day air shipment, and they're charging the customers somewhere in the neighborhood of 165 to 200 bucks for next day shipment. So if I'm only paying 40, 50, or even 60 bucks to have my parts picked up from Nomar, picked up from All Points, picked up from Hobart, and then delivered to me wherever the hell I'm working at. So let's say I need provide and replace it. No, that varies. So do most customers provide and replace the filters themselves? No, because most customers don't know. I've been servicing customers, some of the same customers, for 7 years, and they still don't know what filter they have. They replace the filters themselves, and they still don't know what filters they have. I just went over to one a couple days ago. I just did the cleaning a month ago. The machine went down. I told them they needed a filter. They ignored what I told them, and then they called me freaking out on a Sunday saying that their ice machine stopped. And I said, yeah, your ice machine stopped because it has no more water. Your filter is done. Well, what can we do about it? You could change the filters like I told you had to do 3 months ago, well, 6 months ago, then 3 months ago, and then a month ago. And you ignored it. Now you don't have no damn ice. So guess what? When they were down for about 2.5 days, and then they finally drove on over to go pick up a filter and go get it back, and they ended up having to pay me for a service call any damn way. So whatever. It's on them. You can't control these people. It is what it is. But that's about it for me. But I just wanted you guys to see that, you know, you got Perplexity, you got all these different things. Tesla is going to be offering this service pretty soon. Uber is currently offering this, and they said, yeah, the pricing is all over the place, but expect like 15 to 40 bucks. So here's the thing. If you were to go on over there, leave the job site, drive on over there to the parts house, wait for at the counter for somebody to get around to you, then they got to go pick the part. Then you got to go leave, drive all the way back there. Yes, you're charging the customer the whole entire time, but you're not being, oh, I sure will, man. But you're not being effective. You're not being effective. So it's nice to go ahead and, let's just say someone like me, if I need a part, let's just say I need a filter. Let's just say I need a filter for an ice machine. Now I can go ahead, clean the machine. I can go ahead on my phone. I can go ahead to All Points. I can go ahead and contact Nomar, but I can go to All Points, and then I can order the filter, or I can order from Hoshizaki, have Uber go ahead and pick it up. It would then notify me, let me know when the Uber is going to get to me with the package. And the entire time I could still finish cleaning, yet and still charge the customer for the expedited parts delivery. So it is still a win-win. I get more of my time, less wear and tear on the vehicle, less brake changes, less stress on me, less chances of getting to an accident. You pull up to a red light and somebody hits you while you're sitting parked at a red light, or you're driving through the red light to go to the parts house and then somebody T-bones you. You don't have to worry about that. You're currently working on the job, cleaning the machine out of harm's way, and then something else is doing that run for you. All right. So we got that going on. And I'll be back, and I'll see you guys on Monday, unless you guys have more questions. And yeah, Brother Frank, I definitely will tell Charles you said what's up. I think he's got relatives in town, something like that. And let me thank you, Brother Frank, for all your contributions to the channel. I do appreciate you, brother. Make sure this channel is running. Brother Michael Adams, thank you as well. And for everybody else who has contributed on Cash App and everything else, let me see if I get everybody else who's contributed on, let me drop that. Everybody else who's contributed on Cash App. Oh, sure, brother. No problem. Happy to do it. But this is going to be this is just the way it is now, right? This is just the way it is. The ability to make marketing on the fly, the ability to generate your own sales tickets, whether it is, I look funny with the lighting, the ability to generate your own sales tickets for various different things, create your preventative maintenance programs. Yeah, thank you, brother. Support the channel. Hold on a second, I got another thing. So that's the Cash App, there's the PayPal. Let me see what else I got here. Cash App, PayPal. You guys can also follow me on Instagram. That is where you ask the questions. That is where you ask the questions of what you got going on. Right now, it's summertime. I'm busy with the little one and all that kind of stuff. I don't really answer a lot of different questions right now. Oh, there's it. Excuse me, there's Zell. And currently, I am spending a lot of time with all these different AI bots getting my marketing together for the chemicals for dishwashers, chemicals for laundry, all that kind of stuff. The other facilities management stuff that I do. So selling the dispensers for the paper towels and all that kind of stuff, getting all that done. Because as I explained to you guys before, you're already in there. You already have the customer. They've already opened up their checkbook, their wallet to me to go ahead and clean the ice machine, to go ahead and take care of their grill, their griddle, their dishwasher. And then I let them know, hey, look, you know, you don't have to pay Ecolab, you can pay me. You don't have to pay SSDI, you can pay me. I can supply all these different things, and I'm already coming, doing checks and whatnot. I can supply. Oh, you gonna be in Chicago? Rogers Park in Chicago? You can like I said, so I might as well supply the excuse me, sorry about that. I might as well supply the rest of the stuff for the kitchen, for the restrooms, the whole nine. Might as well supply the rest of that stuff. I'm already dealing with the same suppliers. And with that, I'll say good night. Thank you all for being here, spending these hours with me on Monday and Thursdays. And I'll catch you later. I didn't know you lived in Chicago. I used to live right by Rogers Park. I used to live right by there, brother. What do you mean, no? There's a Rogers Park in Texas? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Be relentless. That's it. I'm done.
The answer to life's great mysteries. That man is Negrodamus.
You, sir.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I used to live in Oak Park. I'm from Maywood. I used to live in Oak Brook. The whole nine. I had a store in Rogers Park on damn, the hell was what 1313. Damn. It was off the red line on the north side. I had my store in Chicago. But all right, y'all. Catch you later.